Right, OK, well, let's dig further into this one. Joining us now is former butler to King Charles, Grant Harrold. Good morning, Grant. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Morning.
Grant, what do you make of what Harry's been saying out there?
Do you know, Don, I think there's different in my head, there's different things kind of going on. One part of me understands that it's obviously the son of the king. And at the end of the day, the king is obviously unwell and he wants to show his support, which is fantastic. But as you've mentioned earlier, because of everything else that's happened, I think people are obviously kind of thinking, is there alternative motives to it? I would like to think, I think you both know, I've always kind of been slightly on his side. I completely disagree with a lot of what he's done, but I am slightly on his side because I got on really well with him when I worked for the household. And I kind of like to think that, there is genuine reasons for it. I would hope and I'd like to think there's genuine reasons for it. But at the same time, like everybody else, I'm also thinking that with these conversations, are they going to keep becoming public knowledge? But I think what he said, from what I've seen, what he has said, is not, again, as you mentioned earlier, it's not unusual because he's obviously talking about his father. He's just sharing just a little bit of information about it. And obviously he was grateful to go over there. But it's interesting that he's obviously described the way that he loves his family, which is fantastic. And wanting to heal this rift is fantastic, which is brilliant. But is it not that thing where actions speak louder than words?
Well, yeah, that's a valid point. What about this idea, and it's being quoted this morning, saying he'd be willing to take on a temporary royal role to help fill in for the king while he's out of the picture. That seems very odd, because actually you can't imagine that going down very well at all, certainly if he was doing anything here in the UK.
This is the problem, isn't it? I genuinely understand where he's come from because, look, again, his father's unwell. He wants probably to do something to support him, and I don't doubt that. But a lot of people in this country were thinking, again, this is an alternative motive. I don't think that. I genuinely think, I know. The thing is, I understand what's all happened, and I don't agree with it. But when I worked for the family, I know how much his father meant to him. So I know that deep down, he adores his father. I don't understand why this has all happened, but I know he adores him. So I totally believe that he wants to support him. But as you said, people are not really going to want that. And I think this is where the problem is. And if anything, the thing that the royal family might be worried about is it could cause damage. That's the reality of this. It could make people question why he's been allowed to kind of help or do things. And that's where it becomes really, really complicated.
OK.
Grant, just very, very quickly, run out of time. What do you make of him saying he had considered becoming an American citizen? Do you think his family are going to be upset by that?
I would have thought so, because at the end of the day, he's, the son of the king. He was, or still is, even though he's not a working member of the royal family, he's a senior member of the royal family. He's a Brit, and suddenly he's going to give up. Well, I say give up. He wants to become an American citizen. Look, I've got nothing wrong with it. I think, I love the States. I've got many friends over there. But at the end of the day, you kind of think, well, his kind of loyalty belongs in this country to the crown, to his family, and to the country. And that's where it feels a little bit sad that he, again, it's almost like he wants to turn his back on it. And that I really don't understand.
OK. Grant, good to see you this morning. Thanks very much.
Likewise, thank you.